Hello YouTube and welcome back to Fire Gaming Project. So in this short video, I'll be talking about the new Kagura's Verity debut banner and the rerun for Primordial Jade Cutter. So definitely I'm going to go into the details of those weapons a little bit here in a summary format and also talk about the 4 stars on the banner as well. So yes, before we continue, please make sure that you guys are subscribed, hit the like button, hit the notification bell for helping to support this channel and the algorithm. It's much appreciated. And after this video is posted, please feel free to leave me comments and let me know if you guys are going to poll for the Kagura's Verity or try to go for the Primordial Jade Cutter weapon, or if you're trying to collect any of the 4-star weapons, let me know for sure. Alright, so let's get to it. So I have Lisa on the screens, but we're just actually going to be focused more on the weapons screen more. So anyway, obviously we don't have the Kagura's Verity yet, and I'm just going to bring up all the available catalysts in the game currently. Now, I don't have all of them, just so we're clear. I am missing the prototype Amber, the healing one, and I obviously don't have the Everlasting Moonglow. I also don't have Skyward Atlas, and I don't have the Memory of Dust, okay? Just to get that out there. But this is not a comparison video. This is just to talk about Kagura's Verity on its own. So the card for it has come out already, and the official information is that it's basically a crit damage weapon and substat, and it has a high base attack, and it's passive. I'm not going to read it, but it basically is about getting more more attack for your elemental skill. Sorry, tongue twisted there. And also it's going to be based on up to 3 stacks for it. And so technically Kagura's Verity is only made for Yaimiko, because as of right now, none of these other catalysts can throw out basically three elemental skills, okay? Or 3 E's, okay? Like, the only closest one is Klee, where she can throw out 2 Jumpty Dumpties in sequence, but every other character cannot throw out more than, I mean, they can throw it out. Like, I mean, for example, Ningguang can only throw her Jade Screen once, and then you have to wait, and then you can break it and then do it again. Like, I mean, you could technically say that Yanfei could, but not as fast, and, like, I mean, Sucrose can do it twice because of Sacrificial Fragment, but without Sacrificial Fragment, she may not be able to. And Mona can lay out her E only once, and same with Kokomi. They can only lay out her Jellyfish and her Taunt basically once, and Lisa can only throw orbs individually, right? So realistically, only Miko is going to benefit from the Kagura's Verity. Now, though, if you think of it from a stats point of view, though, crit damage is a really awesome stat to have, and also the overall damage, because it gives elemental damage bonus as well, the passive, not just for elemental skill, but also just elemental damage bonus. Those are fine, but I'll be honest, the Kagura's Verity is going to be an awesome weapon, but it is very limited in its use. So I can say right now that Kagura's Verity is a skip weapon for the majority of players. Again, if you love Yaimiko, and I've said this before to other banners as well, and I've skipped most of the weapon banners, just so we're clear. I mean, I'm more willing to go for the characters than the weapons. Also, the weapon banner system itself is, although they refined it, it's still not the greatest. It's not in our favor, okay? So I would say Kagura's Verity is a definitely skip unless you love Yaimiko so much that you want to kit her out for it, and unless you're obviously one of those bigger channels where you're willing to spend the money, obviously, for views and content. That's fine. Totally respect that, because I'm not at that level, so I'm not going to. So yeah, that in a nutshell is Kagura's Verity. So then moving along, I'm going to go back and quickly talk about the other characters. So the other one on there is the Jade Cutter. So I currently have one of them, luckily. I got it on the original first banner. I think this is the second time now that it's been rerun, I think. So it's been this will be the 3rd banner. This is an awesome universal single-hand sword for many sword users. That includes Kazuha, who's on the screen, but I actually equipped it on Jean, as you can see. It would be very fine to put on any of your characters, and like Ayaka would be awesome with it, Kazuha would be fine with it. You could even give it to, like, I'll be honest, Bennett, but you don't want to give it to Bennett, because Bennett will do better with energy recharge. You could give it to Kacheng as well. You would not give it to Albedo. You could give it to, like, Kaya. You can give it, you don't need to give it to Chi-Chi, but you could give it, and you don't need to give it to Xingqiu either. Yeah, and then Traveler, if you use Traveler, him or her, either or Lumion. So it's a very universal weapon that's going to be awesome, and it has a crit rate substat. So definitely, in a way, this is actually, in my opinion, a better pull, if you're going for this on the banner, than the Kagura's Verity. So that in itself is okay, in my opinion. Okay, so since we're on the swords, I should have did this maybe on the catalyst earlier, but anyway, since we're on the swords, the other one that's the 4 stars now, Sacrificial Sword. This one apparently many people don't have, or it's hard to get the refines for this, so this is your chance, guys and girls. This weapon is basically Xingqiu's best in slot, because Xingqiu needs the energy recharge and he needs the extra possibility to get 2 E's basically from the passive. So this is a good weapon. Okay, overall. Back to, let me just bring back Lisa so I can quickly talk about that. So I don't have the other one actually, that purple one. Oh, I don't have it actually. I got rid of it. Sorry, it's also called something the purple one. I'm sorry, I don't have it right now. But like anyway, that one is not a good weapon because it has a 50% chance to hit only. That, you know what I'm talking about, the diamond-shaped electric purple eye, right? That one is not that good. It's like a very basic weapon. It has a 50% chance for the passive only. It's not good, so that's trash. So anyway, moving along, back now to bows. So there is this one, the stringless. Now, this is an amazing bow. It's awesome for Venti, for those of you who have him. It's also a very good bow, elemental mastery, for many of the characters that you rely on to do reactions. So, for example, some people do put stringless on even official, which I just recently talked about right before this video on the on the character banner video. So do check that out too. I haven't done an official full review for her yet, but when I do, I'll definitely go into more depth. But yeah, because she can create lots of elemental reactions with her Oz ability. I mean, if you wanted to, you can technically put that on Aloy too, for those of you who did get her. You don't have to. It definitely would not be good for Goro, because Geo is an element that doesn't do reactions, per se. And then it would be okay, maybe, for, like, Kujosara, but again, there's other options for her. And Diona, again, Sacrificial is probably better for her as well. If you are lacking, like, 5-star weapons, which is fine, it's also okay for some of these other characters, but I will say that not all of them need elemental mastery, but it definitely does boost the elemental skill and burst. So definitely these DPS characters, Ganyu, Child, and Yoimiya could do well with them, but they have better options, as you can see. And we're not going to compare them all here, but we're just going to say that they have better options. Amber is just a placeholder here. I don't use her, just so we're clear. I just put her here to hold on to this ammo bow for me, just as an FYI, in case you're wondering. Okay, so this, so the stringless on its own is a very good weapon, and this is similar to the Sacrificial Sword that I talked about. It's one of the ones that not many people have full refines on, or haven't gone heavy in polling, and doesn't come often on these weapon banners. So now's your chance once again. The other weapon that I actually don't have on, so I'm just going to leave this on the screen, is the Wavebreaker's Fin, which is one of the... Excuse me, my voice just cracked a little bit there because my voice is dry. Sorry. So the Wavebreaker's Fin is a limited series weapon, and it's one of the more amazing ones. I don't have it here, so I don't have any of those series. There's the Akuo Maru Claymore and the Moun's Moon Bow, right? That's a series that was new for Inazuma. And Wavebreaker's Fin is going to be an amazing weapon. I talked about it way back. It's one of my more popular videos from way back then when it debuted. So do check that out if you're interested. But basically, it's an amazing pole arm for those of you who are interested on pulling on this banner. And I think that if you were to pull on this banner and you got that weapon, you would be very happy with it. But the only problem with it is that you may not get, remember, with 4-star weapons, there's no guarantee that you're going to get it to high refines or get any of them at all, even after you pull for a while. So there's that risk with the weapon banner as well, right? Obviously, if you can get it to high refines, like R3 and up, so 3, 4, or 5, then that'd be preferred, right? It'll be an amazing weapon for many characters. It's a universal weapon with high damage. I'll just leave it at that because as you can see, there's so many like weapons to go through, and I don't want to make this video too long. So we won't compare it, but I will just say in a more universal way. The Wavebreaker's Fin, as I've said before, and same with the Akuo Maru Claymore and the Moun's Moon Bow, they are basically comparable at high refines, comparable to 5-star R1 weapons. And when I say comparable, I don't mean that they can surpass them in every aspect, but in some cases, and depending on the conditions and all that, and the build and the stats and there's a lot of elements there, but they can equal or surpass in some cases, but they're comparable, let's just say, on average. Okay, last but not least, there is, let me quickly bring up a Claymore user. The last one is the Rain Slasher. Now, this weapon has been sitting in many people's inventory since the beginning of time of this game. This weapon has not found its actual perfect user yet, let's say. There are rumors that Ayato, which was officially teased by MiHoYo, so we can talk about it here. There are rumors that he may be a Hydro Claymore user, and if that is the case, this could work for him, especially if he is also a support character. or can be built as a support. And I've already talked about that during the in one of my videos as well for Ayato, so do check that out too if you're interested. But this weapon is not a good weapon overall for many of the characters. Some people have tried using this on Beto early on, and they've had some okay success. Overall, though, it is not a preferred weapon for the majority of the Claymore users. So that's why it's still sitting there. But I have hope that maybe Ayato can take it, and if he can, that'd be even better because I already have it. And then maybe I won't be pulling for whatever his signature weapon is when he comes out. But that's for 2.6. So anyway, I will just summarize this up now. Overall, this weapon banner is actually not bad. There are a mixture of weapons, but there are quite a few of them that are good. I would just make it as a summary here. Of course, the Kagura's Verity is going to be good if you want to kit out your Yaimiko with it. I don't believe any other Catalyst user can really fully take advantage of its full stacks in the passive, but you know. The Jade Cutter is a very awesome single-handed sword. Definitely get that if you are interested. The Stringless Bow, the Sacrificial Sword, and the Wavebreaker's Fin pole arm are all great and awesome weapons. So if you are pulling on this weapon banner, I wish you very much luck and hope that you can get those to high refines if you can. The Eye Catalyst, the purple one, again, I don't have the full name here, sorry, but because I don't own it anymore, but that Eye and the Rain Slasher on the screen right now are not great weapons, but the Rain Slasher at least has some potential for a future character, perhaps. So yes. And then that Eye weapon, that Catalyst, I'll just quickly say it in a very quick, simple way. If you are a newer player to the game or just starting out, it could be an okay weapon to start with, but it's like a placeholder weapon that you'll definitely want to get rid of ASAP, FYI. So yeah, I will leave it there. Let me know in the comments if you guys will be pulling on the weapon banner, and if you are, tell me which one are you guys going for, like for the featured 5 stars. Are you going for Kagura's Verity or the Primordial Jade Cutter? Or are you trying to get any refines on the 4-star characters, or maybe you're trying to get your very first Wavebreaker's Fin? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you there.